Hi viewers, I am Venkateswarlu Mallapuram. In this session, we are discussing about opening and closing of stomata. The stomatas are involved in gaseous exchange present in all green plant parts. They are involved in gaseous exchange like CO2 and O2. These stomatas, number of stomatas are varies in different plants, and also shape of the stomatas also different. In dicot plant leaves, in dicot plant leaves, God cells are kidney shaped or bean shaped, whereas in monocot plants, God cells are dumbbell shaped. Dumbbell shaped. And in dicot leaf, that is nothing but dorsiventral leaf, upper epidermis shows less number of stomata when comparing to lower epidermis. In dicot leaf, lower epidermis contains more number of stomatas. And in monocot plant leaf, both surfaces, the leaf also called as isobilateral leaf. Isobilateral leaf. It contains only one type of tissue, one type of spongy tissue or palisade tissue. So in monocot leaf, it contains both surfaces or both epidermis. Only equal number of stomata are present in monocot plant leaf. Monocot plant leaf, equal number of stomata are present on both epidermis. But in dicot leaf, dicot plant leaf, upper epidermis shows less number of stomata, lower epidermis shows more number of stomata. If you like this video, please share, comment, like and subscribe to my channel. In dicot leaf, this is the bean shaped God cells, subsidiary cells. These are the subsidiary cells. And in monocot plants, God cells are dumbbell shape. These are the subsidiary cells. Subsidiary cells. It is dicot plant and it is monocot plant. Dicot and monocot. And see that opening and closing of stomata is due to turgor changes in God cells. Opening and closing of stomata is due to turgor changes in God cells. So turgor means turgidity. It means full of cell. When water enter into the God cells, then the cell undergoes turgidity. That is nothing but swelling or bulged. This is the God cells of dicot plant, and this one is subsidiary cells. So the opening and closing of stomata is depends on the water potential gradient. Water potential gradient. When water enter into the God cells from subsidiary cells, God cells from subsidiary cells, what will be happen in God cells? Water molecules movement, water molecules potential is increased. Water molecules potential is increased. Then these water molecules shows pressure towards wall of God cells. Wall of God cells. Then God cell undergoes turgidity. Turgidity means swelling. So automatically the stomata is open. And then another point is there, in this guard cell towards the aperture side, the guard cell's wall is thick towards the aperture wall. Guard cell wall is thick. Towards outer side the wall is thin. And also guard cell shows radial microfibrils which are involved in help in opening of stomata. Radial microfibrils, these microfibrils are made up of cellulose. Microfibril made up of cellulose, they are arranged radially in guard cells. So opening and closing of stomata is due to turgor, changes in guard cells. Turgidity means more water molecules are present in that cell, then the cell undergoes swelling or bulged. When water enter into the guard cell, outer walls are bulge and inner walls are crescent shape. Inner wall shows crescent shape. So in that guard cells, radial cellulose microfibrils, they made easy for stomata to open. When water loss from guard cells, when water is lost from that guard cells, the elastic inner walls get its original shape. So elastic inner walls, elastic nature present only to inner walls, gets its original shape. It means there is no appear of crescent shape. Then guard cells become flaccid. It is opposite to turgidity. Turgidity means full of water molecules present in that cell, and that cell shows swelling or bulged. But in flaccid condition, there is no water in the cell, then cell undergoes flaccidity. Then automatically stomata close. So when these guard cells loss of water from its, then what will be happen? The cell undergoes flaccidity. Then automatically the crescent shape disappear. Then it leads to the stomata close. Stomata will be closed. Stomata will be closed. So elastic of inner walls gets its original shape, guard cells become flaccid and stomata close. So for this, Levitt, a scientist, explained opening and closing of stomata through K plus pump theory. K plus pump theory. K plus pump theory explained by Levitt in 1974. It belongs to opening and closing of photoactive stomata. Photoactive stomata. He explained this in photoactive stomata. So according Levitt, what will be happen? So in this is a guard cell of dicot plant leaf, and these are subsidiary cells. And guard cells contains chlorophyll pigments. It perform photosynthesis. In the presence of sunlight, the chlorophyll pigments undergoes to perform photosynthesis. Result of that, starch is formed. In guard cells. In the presence of sunlight, it performs photosynthesis and starch is formed. At the same time, in the presence of sunlight, these starch split into malate and H plus protons. Malate and H plus protons. Starch is split into malate and also protons. So photosynthesis is a continuous process in the presence of light, and also here splitting of starch also continuous process in the presence of sunlight. Result of that, proton concentration is increased. More number of protons are present in God cells, and also malate concentration also increased. Malate concentration also increase. More malate particles are present. So based on the concentration gradient, protons are moved towards the subsidiary cells. They move towards the subsidiary cells. They move towards the subsidiary cells. At the same time, to maintain equilibrium, K plus and Cl minus, they enter into guard cells. They enter into guard cells. They enter into guard cells. There, K plus react with malate and also chlorine. K plus react with malate and also chlorine and formed potassium malate and potassium chloride. These are the chemical substances formed in guard cells. Formed in guard cells, potassium malate and potassium chloride. These formed chemical substances, they binds water molecules which are present in guard cells. Potassium malate and potassium chloride, a chemical substance. These are chemical substances. They binds water molecules which are present in guard cells. Then automatically water potential decreased in guard cells. Water potential means free energy of water molecules, kinetic energy of water molecules. When binds the water molecules by potassium malate and potassium chloride, its water potential decreases. Where? In guard cells. Potassium malate and potassium chloride binds the water molecules, then in guard cells water potential decreases. It means in neighboring cells, that is in subsidiary cells, water potential is high. Water potential is high. Automatically water moves from high water potential of the subsidiary cell to low water potential of the guard cells. High water potential of the subsidiary cells to low water potential of the guard cells. So low water potential of the guard cells. Then water enter into the guard cells. So after some time, automatically more water particles are present in guard cells. Then guard cell undergoes bulged, swelling. Then stomata automatically open. So this is the process. So in this, water molecules enter into the guard cells. Then it leads to open of the stomata. During night time, there is no formation of food materials, starch. There is no formation of starch. So there is no formation of protons. There is no formation of malate. So this is the subsidiary cell. So during night time there is no starch. So protons are moved towards subsidiary cells. So present now subsidiary cells contains more number of protons. So automatically based on the concentration gradient, the protons moves towards guard cells. Based on the concentration gradient, protons moves into guard cells. So to maintain equilibrium, K plus removes chlorine and malate. It moves towards subsidiary cells along with chlorine. So automatically water is free in guard cells. So in guard cells, water potential is increase. Water potential is increase. Then water moves from high concentration to low concentration. High concentration to low concentration. So from guard cells to subsidiary cells. So when guard cells lose water, automatically they undergoes flaccid. They undergoes flaccid. So stomata is closed during night time. This is the process. So it is explained by Levitt proposed K plus pump theory to explain opening and closing of photoactive stomata. In the presence of light, a flux of protons leads to increase in pH of the guard cells. So what will be happen? In the presence of light, a flux of protons. A flux means move out. A flux means move out. Influx means enter of molecules. Entry of molecules. Influx, move out of molecules, efflux. So in the presence of light, efflux of protons. Protons moves outside. That is guard cells to subsidiary cells. It leads to increase in pH, very very important. It leads to pH of the guard cells. When protons are efflux, it leads to pH increase in guard cells. At the same time, potassium and chlorine. The influx of potassium associated with chlorine, it decreases the water potential in guard cells. So potassium react with malate and chlorine. So those are chemical substances. They binds water molecules in guard cells. So automatically in guard cells water potential is decreased. Then water enter into the guard cells, making them turgid. Making them turgid. Turgidity means swelling or bulged. Then it leads to stomata open. During night time, potassium and chlorine ions move out of the guard cells. They moved out of guard cells and water is free in guard cells. Then water potential is increase. Water potential is increase. Then automatically water potential gradient is formed between guard cells and subsidiary cells. So water potential is more in guard cells. Then water moves from guard cells to subsidiary cells. Then water moves out of them and stomata close. So under water stress conditions, ABA nothing but abscisic acid. Abscisic acid act as anti-transparent. It acts as anti-transparent. What is the function of abscisic acid in plants? It drives the protons out of guard cells. They push potassium from guard cells. It drives the potassium ions out of guard cells. So automatically making them close. Because of the concentration gradient or water potential gradient. So ABA act as anti-transparent. So it drives the potassium ions out of guard cells, making them close. Very very important point. In succulent plants, water potential gradient established at night. So it is also a crucial point. So in succulents, water potential gradient is established at night. So accumulation of organic acids at night. They accumulate organic acids at night only. So automatically they make the guard cells become turgid. When molecules enter into the guard cells, it makes turgidity, swelling. So automatically stomata open during night time. So during daytime it is opposite process. So during daytime stomatas are closed. During night time Stomatas are open in succulents. In succulents. What is the purpose of transpiration? What is the purpose of transpiration? It plays important role in plants. It creates a transpiration pull. It creates transpiration pull. We are already discussed in the topic of ascent of sap. In the topic of ascent of sap, it creates transpirational pull. Transpirational pull. It supplies water for photosynthesis. It supplies water for photosynthesis. That is the second purpose of transpiration. And third one, it transport minerals. It transport minerals throughout the plant body. And fourth one is it cools leaf surfaces. It controls the plant body from temperature. And also it maintains the shape and structure of plant parts. It maintains shape and structure of plant parts. In C4 plants, carbon fixation is twice. Very important. In C4 plants, carbon fixation is twice as compared with C3 plants. It means in C4 plants, carbon fixation occur 2 times. Carbon fixation occur in 2 times, while as in C3 plants, carbon fixation occur only 1 time. So more carbons are formed, more carbohydrates are formed in C4 plants, so that C4 plants are more efficient in the fixation of carbon as compared to C3 plants. And C4 plant loses only half of the water molecules, half of the water as compared to C3 plants for the same amount of CO2 fixed. For the same amount of CO2 fixed, C4 plants uses only half of the water molecules when compared to C3 plants. So C4 plants are more efficient than C3 plants in the fixation of carbohydrates or carbon compared to C3 plants. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please share and comment.